This is Nick Thomas along with Bootsy Hambone. We are the Basement Tape Show right here. We're going to have a great show for you guys tonight. Bootsy, how you doing tonight?
I'm good.
Happy Father's Day
I'm
out
tired.
there. Happy Father's Day to all the fathers
Oh, and
out
there are so many of them out there that just never get any recognition at all. They just get griped at all the time.
Really?
They do.
Oh.
Yeah, their dads, how come you didn't do this? Or how come you did do that? Or I want to do that and you won't let me. Or I don't want to do that and you're going to make me.
And it's only right because, kids have to learn from someone. And nobody better than their father. So happy Father's Day out there to all you fathers out there. We have got a great show lined up for you tonight. Bootsy has outdone herself on picking out some great music for you. Indie bands from all over the world, because we like to say here, listen to local musicians. Go out and support your local musicians' shows. Go see a show because everyone's local from somewhere. We're going to start out the show with the guys from Buddy Green out of St. James, Missouri.
This is for you, Chris.
A fantastic song called The World Is on Fire. After that, the Rock Road Rebels out of Moberly, Missouri, doing a song called One More Ride. And then the Trash Angels out of Springfield, Missouri, doing a song called White Cadillac Mind. Sit back, relax. This Sunday evening, you're in the basement with Nick and Bootsy on Father's Day afternoon. This is the guys from Buddy Green doing The World Is on Fire. Hold on to your seat.
Talk This is Russ Rodenizer of the Russ Rodenizer Project, and you're listening to Basement Tapes with Nick and Bootsy.
I'm talking about down that two-lane road where the water flows. Oh, you know that kind of place where it's never early, it's never late. It's never late, it's that kind of place. Oh, you know that kind of place where it's always half-past 8. Oh, it's always a half-past 8 in Walt. Oh, Mr. Trucker Man, he's driving an 88 Pete. That's a 1988 Peterbilt he's driving. Just looking for nothing. To eat. That's all he wanted was Sunday. And he said, oh, Mr. Guitar Man, I wish you knew about me and my blues. Oh, Mr. Biker Man, riding that custom-built Scoot. That's a custom-built Scoot he's riding. He's staying one step ahead of those government roots, those long-reaching government roots. And he said, oh, Mr. Guitar Man, I wish you knew about me and my blues. I wish you did. Wish you did. Guitar Man, strumming that 67 Paul. That's a 1967 Les Paul he's playing. He's praying that someday, yeah, bending no strings will ease his soul. Oh, way down, down deep in his soul. And he said, oh, Mr. Trucker Man, Mr. Biker Man, let me tell you about me, let me tell you Just one more ride, just one more
All right, I am KT.
And this is Mike.
This is Jeremy Lightfoot.
I'm Mr. Black.
And I'm Major. And you're listening to
Filter the Fallen.
Yeah, sure, something like that.
With Nick and Bootsy on the Basement Tape Show.
Nick and Bootsy!
All right. That was Trash Angels out of Springfield, Missouri doing White Cadillac Mine. Before that, the Rock Road Rebels out of Moberly doing One More Ride. And we started out with the guys from Buddy Green doing The World Is On Fire from right here in St. James, Missouri. So good stuff right here in the basement with Nick and Bootsy.
And yes, Bootsy does have something to say.
I can tell already.
The songs that you're going to hear tonight, like almost every one of them, except for the songs that we're going to be hearing from Southern Edge, our special guest, Gene, are songs that we played before, and they're older songs. Like the song from Rock Road Rebels that you just heard. That's one of the first songs that we ever heard from them a couple of years ago, and they've just come out with a brand new album called Horsepower. Got some great stuff on it. But I kind of went back and picked out my favorites from earlier days, and there's some pretty cool ones in there. There's one that we're getting ready to play here by Andrew Stratman. That is the very first song that I heard him play that I just went, wow. And that was back at Benton Square like almost 4 years ago.
Wow.
And it's a really cool song because you can tell the difference in Andrew then and Andrew now. His voice has deepened. It has matured. It has gotten a lot rougher. You've been smoking way too many cigarettes.
Yeah, he smokes a lot of cigarettes.
But and even at the beginning of this song, it's like Andrew was beginning his seasoning with the song. But it's still a great song, and he still does it. He still does it today. So it's called Little Brother. It's a neat song.
All right. Well, we're going to start it out with Grayson Wood. He's another fantastic acoustic musician from around the Lake of the Ozarks, and he's going to do a song for it called Missouri Redlegs. And then we will do Andrew Stratman after that. Doing the song Little Brother. And then after that, Next to the Tracks out of Albuquerque, New Mexico. We're going to do a little tune by them called Skin and Stream. So sit back, relax. You're in the basement with Nick and Bootsy. This is Grayson Wood doing Missouri Redlegs. Check it out.
We learned our ways in hell, changed our ways through time. We were born out of the Civil War, so none of this blame is mine. You did it your own way, my friend. You brought the North against the South. You put us in the middle with no chance for a good way out. Now you're hunting us like the devil. Got a price upon our head. You ain't gonna stop till every red leg is dead. Well, the history books will tell you we were murderers and thieves, but these were the kind of lies they told to bring us to our knees. Once everyone was for us, it was honor we had earned, but now we run from the Union Army for the tables they have turned. Now you're hunting us like the devil, got a price upon our head, and you ain't gonna stop till every red leg is dead. Now 100 years have done passed by since they put us in the ground. We come back from the grave, my friend, to let you hear our sound. We left our hardware in the grave, brought music back instead. Let the history books and the lies they tell like the Civil War be damned. So don't you hunt us like the devil with no price upon our head. Hey, you ain't gonna stop us, 'cause we're already dead. Now we learned our ways in hell, changed our ways through time. We were born out of the Civil War, so none of this blame is mine.
This is Danny, the drummer with Asylum Incorporated, and you're listening to the K-Kid Basement Tape Show with Nick and Bootsy.
1, 2, 3. Sitting here worrying about a little brother. It's 1 o'clock and he's out there on his own. I know I've made a few mistakes in my day, and it's time for him to make his own. 'Cause all his life he's wanted to be just like me, but there's some things he should never see. I've come too close to comfort too many times, and that's one place he should never be. But I don't want to see his name writing. I don't want to see his name stone. I don't ever want to see my mama crying. I don't ever want to be big brother all alone. Little brother, I know you're gonna be alright. I know that you'll end up okay. Be yourself, have your fun tonight. I know I'm proud to be your brother every day. But I don't want to see your name in writing. I don't want to see your name stone. I don't ever want to see your mama crying. I don't ever want to be big brother all alone. No, I don't want to see your name in writing. I don't want to see your name stone. I don't ever want to see your mama crying. I don't ever want to be big brother all alone. Don't you ever leave me, big brother, all alone.
Smooth Down Under thinks it's awful fun hanging out in the basement with Nick and Bootsy on KKID 92.9 FM.
All right, that was Next to the Tracks from out of Albuquerque, New Mexico, doing Skin and Steam. What a great song.
Yes, it is.
Those guys, they were in the basement with Nick and Bootsy not too long ago, and those guys are crazy. I mean, they're really super nice guys.
They are.
You couldn't ask for anything better. They set a good example to everybody.
And we like the hat.
The bass player's hat. What's his name?
I can't remember. I'll have to look it up.
It's something really funny. Something Stone or something. I don't know. He's crazy though, and he's got this hat. It's a leather hat that it looks like something from right out of the movies. It's one of the very distinguishing looking leather hats that you don't see anywhere else. But like I don't know, maybe a mystic type person in the movie. Good stuff though, right there. Andrew Stratman did Little Brother. And Grayson Wood started it out with Missouri Red Legs. All good stuff right here in the basement. We do have very special guests in the basement with Nick and Bootsy tonight. We've got Gene. How do you say your last name, Gene?
Clough.
Pull that microphone right up there where you got to get right up on these microphones.
It's Clough. It's kind of like a plow, only with a C, so it's Clough.
You're just going to clow right through it.
Clow right through it, that's right.
Right. And he's got his lovely wife, Dawn, here tonight.
Nice to be here.
It's great to have you guys in the basement with Nick and Bootsy. And you're with the band Southern Edge from out of West Plains, Missouri. You guys traveled a little ways to get up here.
We did.
And have you been having a good time in the Raleigh area?
Yeah, definitely.
What did you do last night?
We went
by the locker room. And then we went by somewhere else, Bar and Grill.
Oh, nice.
Both places, real nice place. Both people, very friendly, very welcoming, and just love them. Went by there today too.
Yeah. Well, Raleigh's got some great venues for live music right now. It just seems to be getting better and better around here. We've got some great local musicians and local bands that just all of them are shining like stars in the night, and we love to get new musicians like you guys in the area too.
Johnny Bang
is the bass player,
and Christian Talamentes
oh really
is the
lead singer. Yeah, for Next to the Tracks.
And Todd Selau.
Really?
Reverend Todd Selau.
Reverend Todd.
Reverend Todd.
I like him too. He's actually an ordained minister, but he's got these piercings all over and earrings that hang down halfway past his neck and stuff. He is a wild-looking dude for a reverend.
Hey, they're some of the nicest people you're ever going to meet, though.
Absolutely.
And very talented.
And we got Gene here, of course, again, and Dawn here in the basement with us from Southern Edge from out of West Plains, Missouri. Gene has been working on all kinds of music, I believe, lately. And I'm going to let him tell you just a little bit about the history of Southern Edge out of West Plains.
Well, we started this back in about a year and a half, 2 years ago. Yeah, really. And the past 8-10 months has really taken off. We've had small radio stations like you guys really start playing us. And, you guys help out so much with this stuff.
Whoa.
And, we're trying to move further north. And I'm glad you guys got us on the radio. We've got a couple songs out there and that's playing on the radio today. One of them is called Bad Girl from Tennessee. That was the one I personally wrote. The other one is Small Town Radio, and the guy that recorded Bad Girl from Tennessee for us down in Cherokee Village, Arkansas, is the one who gave us the Small Town Radio, and it's all about small town radio stations.
We like that.
Yeah, that's what we're here to do.
You guys help so much in the music industry. You really do. It is hard to get a break like this. We've taken our CDs to big radio stations. Can't play it.
Yep.
Just can't do it.
They can't do it.
Can't do it.
No.
Yep. You ain't got somebody that's got $1 million backing you. So that's the way it goes. And, we really appreciate you guys doing everything you guys can do for us.
Wow.
And we're looking forward to get up to this area. Matter of fact, we are getting up here in
July 19th.
July 19th.
Yeah.
Somewhere else, Bar and Grill.
And also in August.
August 9th.
August 9th.
We'll be up there.
So on the 16th, on July the 16th, right? Or 19th.
19th.
On July the 19th at Somewhere Else Bar and Grill. You guys going to be up here.
We're going to be up here with two other bands. Two other bands.
And actually, those two bands we just heard, one of them would be our buddy Andrew Stratman.
And Next to the Tracks is going to be there, too.
Awesome.
That'll be a
Andrew
good
is awesome.
show.
Yeah, we heard him a while ago. We was up there a while
Oh,
ago
yeah.
listening to him. And
Yeah.
he's a very good guy.
And if you show up, you might see Nick and Bootsy at this show.
I'll
too.
bet
All right, we're looking forward to it. Let's get into some music by Southern Edge right now. Let's. This is Gene Clough. He's the lead singer for the band, and unfortunately, because it's Father's Day, all the other band members had a little commitments to the families.
They did.
So they couldn't make it up here from West Plains, but we got Gene here. He's got his acoustic Alvarez acoustic guitar, and he's going to do a little tune right now called, this is all for the fathers out there, this is called Drink a Beer.
When I got the news today, didn't know what to say, so I just hung up the phone. Took a walk to clear my head. This is where the walking led. Can't believe you're really gone. Don't feel like going home, so I'm gonna sit right here on the edge of this pier. Watch the sunset disappear. Drink a beer. Funny how the good ones go too soon, but the good Lord knows the reasons why, I guess. All part of a greater plan, kinda hard to understand. Right now it don't make sense. We can't make it all make sense. So I'm gonna sit right here on the edge of this pier. Watch the sunset disappear. Drink a beer. So long, till we meet again. I'll remember you and all the times that we used to sit right here on the edge of this pier. Watch the sunset disappear. And drink a beer. Drink a beer. Drink a beer.
That's Gene Clough right here in the basement with Nick and Bootsy from Southern Edge. And good stuff right there, bud. That is. I like that a lot.
I love that song from the first time it came out. I heard it the first time, and it was like, wow, that is a good, very good song for anybody and everybody that has lost a loved one. You know, I always thought, yep, that is a perfect song for it.
Yeah, absolutely. Good stuff right here in the basement with Nick and Bootsy. Let's just keep going. How's that sound? Let's get it right into another song. How's that sound?
Sounds good.
What do you want to do next?
Let's go ahead and do Can't You See?
That sounds like fun to me. All right. Check it out. This is Gene Clough from Southern Edge doing Can't You See?
that train down to the station, Lord. I don't care where it goes. Gonna climb a mountain, Lord, the highest mountain, Lord. Jump on and ain't nobody gonna know. Can't you see? Can't you see what kind of woman, Lord, has been doing to me? Can't you see? Can't you see what kind of woman, Lord, she's been doing to me? Gonna find me hole in the wall. Gonna crawl inside and die. 'Cause my woman now, she's a mean old woman, Lord. She never told me goodbye. Can't you see? Can't you see what kind of woman, Lord, been doing to me? Can't you see? Lord, can't you see what kind of woman, Lord, she's been doing to me? Take it again. Go as far as you can, 'cause I ain't never coming back. Gonna ride me southbound all the way to Georgia, Lord, till that train runs out of track. Can't you see? Can't you see what kind of woman, Lord, been doing to me? Lord, can't you see what kind of woman, Lord, been doing to me? Awesome job. Awesome job.
Thank
you.
Sounded good.
Makes it a whole lot easier on me.
That's Gene from the Southern Edge Band right here live in the basement with Nick and Bootsy. Hey, and thank you, too. You know, it's always fun to play guitars with a new musician like this, you know. It's just
I learned so much by playing with somebody else, you know. I mean,
don't we all?
It
Don't we
does.
all? It's amazing.
Yeah, I taught Bootsy how to play the bass guitar, and let me tell you what, she cusses me every day because I'm a mean teacher.
He just won't get out of that teaching
Here's
mode.
my teacher over here. She's, I mean, she's got classical. I mean, she was being groomed for Juilliard. That's what she was being groomed for. And she could read all that music. I look at it and it's like, what's that?
Yeah.
Squiggly lines to me.
But there's no teaching you.
Yes, that's true. Can't teach an old dog new tricks.
That's what he says about me,
I've
too.
learned there's no teaching you.
Yeah, when are you going to learn that?
Learn what?
There's no teaching me.
Learn what?
See? Give it up, give it up, give it up.
That's right. Southern Edge right here in the basement with Nick and Bootsy, Gene Clough, and his beautiful wife, Dawn, or joining us tonight if you just tuned in. And we have got a couple of more tunes by Southern Edge, and these are the ones that they went into the studio with and recorded. And I'm going to let Gene tell you all about this next song called Small Town Radio.
This next song, we went in and recorded it. The man that recorded this for us, that did our recording for us down there at Cherokee Village, Arkansas. I'm going to say his name. Doug DeForest is his name. He has a studio down there. It's called
Paradise Lake.
Lake Paradise
Lake
Studio.
Paradise, yes.
And
nice.
He recorded Bad Girl for us, which you will hear later on. He gave us this song and said, hey, take it and run with it. He gave it to somebody else prior to, and it went down on the Texas circuit. And it did pretty well down on the Texas circuit. I think it went to top 10 in the Texas circuit.
That's great.
And so we took it, a little radio station out of Houston that's helping us out just like you guys are. We kind of formatted it for them. And like I said, this song can be formatted for any small town radio. And this is, this song just, it's one of those appreciation songs. That we appreciate the heck out of you guys doing what you guys do for a living. And I mean, it just pushes us to I'm on this train until it derails. So we appreciate every bit of it. And so, like I said, this song is a song called Small Town Radio.
It's kind of fuzzy down Big Creek, but up here it's loud and clear. Sounds just like your next door neighbor whispering in your ear. Every day turning on, I keep it kinda low. Just loud enough for me to hear small town radio. Radio tin has everybody tuning in. Old head better up for sale again. Local news and farm reports and how your week will go. A few more songs we'll sing along on small town radio. It's a place that hold you down. It's just a little hard to find. Might hear a little preaching on the air from time to time. 5,000 watts of songs and things that we all need to know. Oh Lord, I hope we never lose that small town radio. If you fall asleep
All right, that was Southern Edge from out of West Plains, Missouri. That's Gene Clough and Don are in the basement with Nick and Bootsy right now. That was a great song. You can relate to that anywhere.
You really can, yeah. Like I said, we could change the ending for anybody. If they need it changed, we can change it.
That was great. Bootsy, do you have anything to ask?
Well, I don't have anything. Well, I will have something to ask, but before I do, I want to let anybody out there who regularly hangs out on Facebook with us to let them know that I am without an internet connection here tonight. I had it and it decided to go and hide and go away. So I don't have an internet connection. So if you're looking for me on Facebook, you won't find me.
Not right now, anyway.
Not right now, anyway. So I just wanted to let everybody know that.
But keep sending in your requests on Facebook. Go to the Basement Tape Show with Nick and Bootsy on the radio on Facebook and check us out. And you can probably go on Facebook and check out Southern Edge Band.
You can.
Too. Sure can.
Tell us about that, Gene.
No, I'm going to let the lady that does the Facebook tell you about it.
Because
you're a smart man.
Tears it up.
And Miss Dawn, you need to sit in front of that microphone and talk into it that way.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, you can find Southern Edge Band on Facebook. We can also be found on Reverb Nation. And speaking of that, Gene and the band is #1 for local area down there in West Plains. I'm not for sure what they consider local, but we're #1 right now for the country genre.
Yeah. And we also have a new video coming out, hopefully pretty soon. They're getting the final editing put together, and hopefully to have it out in the next
month or so.
Yeah.
And it will be found on YouTube once it is out.
It's our Bad Girl video, and hope everybody tunes in and enjoys it. And everybody hit our Facebook, like us. We could use all those likes.
Come out and see a live show.
Oh, yes, definitely. A live show is what you definitely need to see. Me and my lead player, we go totally wireless. I have a wireless mic.
I love shows like that.
He is wireless
guitar. It just
guitar.
really frees you up.
We may get up on the tables. You never know. We may sit on somebody's lap. You never know what we're going to do. Just depends on what mood we're in and how many Red Bulls I've had before I get there.
Well, getting out, the band members getting out in the audience really connects the band with the audience. There's no doubt about it. We see a lot of, like Rock Road Rebels are one of the best about doing that, And you get out there and you visit with the fans right there in their face, at their table or whatever, It just makes a more memorable experience for you, for them especially, and it's just all good fun.
When we get out and we go see shows when we're not playing somewhere, we like to watch and see what happens to a band. We go see those bands that just stand there and, don't move. They're like statues up there.
Oh, that's no fun.
And you look around at the crowd, and the crowd's just sitting there, and they're not doing nothing. But you see a band that moves, and you interact with them. Watch how lively that crowd gets. And, they haven't even got a drink. All you got to do is get them involved, and they'll get happy. Guarantee it.
Absolutely. Yeah.
And that's my music. My music is my natural high. It's
his drug of choice.
It is. It's my drug. It's my mistress. You can ask her.
Definitely.
She said, I don't even see you anymore. You're always practicing. You're always doing this, always doing that.
Well, writing songs is not easy. When you sit down to write a song, I can't sit down and say, I'm going to write a song today. I just can't do it. It's got to hit me like a freight train in the face.
It's tough.
It is, and so it does take a lot of time to do stuff like that.
Especially, anytime you get to write, and the next thing you know, you're on some song that you've heard before, and it's like, wait a minute, I can't do this. Somebody's already done this.
Yeah.
But it is tough. It really is, and that's me here lately. I've had a writing block, and I've got several songs in the works and several songs half finished, but. Hopefully,
a really good one that's half finished right now, talking about Moonlight.
Yep, and hopefully all this is going to come together here in the next month or so, and we'll see what we can get. We're going to try to get back in the studio and record a whole album. We're going to do some covers and then some originals. We've actually pulled in a new guy to the band.
Tell us who's in your band.
We have Jim Stanley. He's out of Pomona, Missouri. He's our drummer. Mr. Tim Clark. He is out of West Plains. He's our bass player. Terry Roberts is our lead player, and he's out of Willow Springs. And the new guy is Preston Airy, and he is actually out of West Plains right now.
And he plays
acoustic with me and sings too, lead vocals.
Excellent. Well, that sounds like a well-rounded
guy. He's got some nice songs. He'd been playing them for months, I guess. Not even had a copyright on them. We're like, hey, let's get this thing copyrighted. But he's got some nice songs that are, today's country. Dead out today's country. And he's like me. He's got writer's block. So we're going to get together.
Well, today's country is really country rock.
It is.
Yep.
It's rock.
It is.
It's fun to listen to because
it's the old Southern rock is what I call it.
Exactly.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And that's what we like.
Skinner, stuff like that. Yep. That's exactly
and
what
that's where the name Southern Edge originally came from, is because we're on the edge. We're not country, but we're not rock, so we're kind of right on
in
the
the
edge.
center.
Yep.
Yeah, that's nothing
we
better.
Don't do any of the country that we do. We don't do it country. We do it our style. It's Southern Edge style. We've got a couple songs like Clough. You guys come to the show up here when we play it up there. Watch how we do it.
Hank Williams Jr., right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We don't do it that style, though.
I bet you don't.
And we also do, what's the other one? Johnny Cash, Folsom Prison Blues.
Oh, I love
our
that
style.
song.
Hey, we have heard that song
We do
done
that song,
in
our
so
style.
many different styles. We have heard it done punk rock. We have heard it done metal. We have heard it done. Oh,
And it's fun to listen to because of all the different ways that it's been done.
Have you heard Framing the Red? Oh wow, they do a version of it.
We got to hear that.
Yeah, and they're a band from around Mountain Grove area and stuff.
Oh, great!
Oh wow,
And they started like old style. It
Yep.
totally Johnny Cash style.
Yep, exactly.
After the first chorus, after the first verse or chorus, it's like
it's rocking.
What just happened?
It's rocking. It is rocking. But they're a good bunch of performers too. That's what I really like. I really like meeting other performers. It is unreal. We opened for Granger Smith a couple weeks ago. Awesome guy.
Yeah.
Awesome, man. Confederate Railroad. We played for Confederate
Great
Railroad.
guys.
Great guys.
Blackjack Billy.
Blackjack Billy. Travis
Wonderful
Wayne.
group of guys.
Travis Wayne was on Redneck Island.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was on Redneck Island.
No
we opened
kidding.
for him. And then we also opened for Jared Blake, season 2012 off The Voice.
Nice.
Yeah.
Very,
Great bunch of guys.
Yeah, I bet so. Yeah.
They are.
You sound like you have a lot of fun.
We do. We sure do.
Well, that's one of the things that we enjoy so much about doing what we do is because all the bands and musicians, artists, whatever that come in here, they're just like you are. They love getting together with other musicians, and you go to shows around here, and 9 times out of 10, you're going to have a couple of bands that if one has a gig, they get in touch with the other one and go, hey, man, you want to play with us? And I wonder if it's a Missouri thing or if it's just like an everywhere thing, because we're really only familiar with it in Missouri, but it's pretty cool.
Well, that's one thing. Gene's heading up a jam session every Thursday night at a local place there in West Plains called the Cobblestone. And, him not being a lead player, he's a lead singer. He's recruiting all the members from all the various local bands and just coming.
And even if they just want to play, they come out there and we let them do their own little thing. If they want to do their own little thing or if they want to join in, we let them join in.
Well, I appreciate you recruiting me to play a little lead on Can't You See there. That was a lot of fun.
Oh, yeah, I saw they had to twist your arm on that.
Yeah. I tell you what, I'm glad you did it. Like I said, it took a world of load off me.
But
that was fun.
Nick asked me a minute ago if I had a question, and actually something that Dawn said makes me ask this question. She was talking about the song that you were in the middle of writing. You mentioned, Dawn, a title of an unfinished song. So my question goes to, when you write a song, how do you come up with the title if you haven't written it yet?
Well, this one here come to me one night coming home from practice. Actually, it was probably 9, 10 o'clock at night. The biggest, fullest moon you've ever seen in your life. It was one of those moons, that was just wow. And I was like, wow, yeah. And I started out with it, and I got halfway into it, and I knew that was it. That was going to be part of the title, and it may get changed. I don't know. It just
that's
depends
the working title. Huh?
That is the working title right now. And that was like Bad Girl from Tennessee when I wrote it. It wasn't originally going to be Bad Girl from Tennessee. It was going to be something else. And that come about from a good friend of mine, and he's now since gone. And, I'm glad to have met the man. He was a fellow musician. He didn't play an instrument, but you tell him, talking about running karaoke and everything else.
Or a sound man.
Or a sound man.
Best sound
the
man.
man could do it. He really could do it. he could hook up more equipment than I've seen anybody hook up in my life by memory. And I can't do it. I've got to have a sound man to do it. But I get totally lost with it. And I guess, well, I went back when we cut down on a PA, and I got one of those plug in this cord, you're done.
Yeah, that's the kind I like, too.
Well, whoever does sound can make or break a band.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Every time.
And my sound man that we've got now, I mean, he's really stepped up and really helped us out. And I mean, he's played it. I did not, and I need to mention his name. His name's Grant Schultz, and he's from West Plains, Missouri. And like I said, without him, he's really stepped up and helped us out a bunch. I mean, there was a night that he couldn't make it. He said, but I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll come there and I'll help you hook everything up, and then you can tear it down and get it set, and then I'll go. And I said, man, I'd appreciate that, and he sure did. He drove, I think it was about 60 miles one way just to do that, and then went back home.
Wow, that's good dedication too. Good friendship.
Yep.
Yeah, cool. Tell us about this last song that we're going to play by Southern Edge.
Like I said, this last song from Bad Girl from Tennessee is about a good friend of mine. He was an older gentleman, met a girl from Tennessee, and had a little relationship with her, and didn't go as well as he had planned. But anyway, so we just kind of took it and run with it. And that's how this song come about. And, I put this song on the back burner for a long time. And why I did it, I don't know. And then all of a sudden when we pulled it out and decided to record it, we kind of had to update it a little bit. But when we updated it, it was like, wow. It was one of those songs
that fell together.
Yeah, it just, that chill that you get on the back of your neck, it stands up the hair. That's what it did from the word get-go when we got in the studio.
Well, sit back, relax. You're in the basement with Nick and Bootsy. This is Gene Clough and the Southern Edge Band.
Alright, you bad girls, line it up. Yeehaw! 95 single lady working in a factory. She lives kind of life she just couldn't be. She doesn't belong to Ricky, she doesn't belong to me. All I was a cowboy in my fantasy. Because a bad girl from Tennessee. Bad girl, can't you see? Oh, bad girl from Tennessee. Tennessee. Tennessee.
Oh, yeah. Southern Edge doing Bad Girl from Tennessee. That is, I tell you what, every week I get a brand new favorite song. And that is my new favorite song of the week right there, man. Gene, you guys sound awesome.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
I tell you what, I cannot wait until we get the opportunity to see Southern Edge live, because having seen the Rock Road Rebels, and they do the same thing that you do where they're wireless.
Right.
And you never know when they're going to be up on the bar. I mean, their show.
They let us on the bar up there? Because we will get up there.
You never can tell.
We can't wait.
But it's so much more fun for the audience when the band actually comes out and hangs with you and dances with you and sings to you and all that kind of stuff. That's
kind of
just
breaks
really
that
great.
ice, you know.
Yeah.
It does. You know,
You feel more
a
like
lot
you're
of
a
people,
part
a lot
of
of people
it.
don't like to approach somebody if they don't know them, you know. And if you approach them first, it's a whole lot easier for them.
yeah.
And that's what I say. None of the people that come out and listen to Southern Edge are fans. They're friends.
Yeah.
Because they are. I mean, we know.
Immediately, yeah. Oh,
we
yeah.
know 90% of them's name, or at least their face. Hey, I saw you last weekend.
Yeah.
You know, thanks for coming again tonight.
Yeah.
Kind of thing.
We'll get to know you better.
Yeah,
Definitely.
exactly.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Well, on July the 19th,
That's right.
you'll be out at Somewhere Else Bar.
That is
along
right.
with Next to the Tracks and Andrew Stratman. And
It's going to be a
Bootsy.
fun show.
Bootsy and Nick will be there to MC
Yes.
the situation, I hope. And we can't wait to see you guys live. It's going to be a great time.
We can't wait to be there, really.
All right.
You know, you can hear some really good studio stuff, but from our experiences, the really good studio stuff is that's just a little taste. You have to go see a live show.
On
You do.
the stage.
I mean, you
gives
really,
you
really do.
Gives you something else, you know. That I always say that we work
It's
better
got more.
under pressure.
It's depth.
So
There's
if we got
depth.
a big
it's the
crowd out
personality
there,
of the band.
it's going to be a better show, you know, than we could ever give you on a CD.
Absolutely.
Definitely.
That's why we like it when people come in and perform live in here.
Yes.
It's all good. Hey, we want to give you guys, before we get you out of here, right? And you know, once you've been in the basement with Nick and Bootsy, you're going to have to come back.
Sounds good to me.
Oh, yeah.
So whenever you guys get the new stuff recorded and everything, we want you guys to come back and show off all your new stuff and stuff like that.
That would be awesome.
But we want to give you guys, both of you guys, the opportunity to do a big shout out to whoever you want to out there.
I want to shout out to 99.3 The Rooster out of Houston, Missouri. Want to shout out to all of our band members that could not make it here tonight. If it wasn't for them, you know, Southern Edge would not be here. I mean, that's one of the big things. Want to shout out to my family and you guys, of course, Nick and Bootsy, and all the fans. You know, we appreciate everything you guys do for it. Look us up on our website. Come and see us at our shows, you know.
That's what we want to
Definitely.
Yeah, that's
Definitely.
what we want.
And come talk to them. The guys aren't
Oh, yeah.
stuck up. They want to talk to you. They want to see.
Yeah, we get out in politic. Our lead player is the worst guy. You would think he was a total politician when he gets out there.
He was signing autographs.
He goes out, shake hands. I mean, he's going to grab your hand and shake your hand. It's just that simple.
Well, it makes a huge difference. I
And,
mean,
and if you bring a baby,
yeah.
he might even kiss your baby. Who knows?
Speaking of babies, we're doing a family show too. July 4th, Willow Springs, Missouri. We're playing for the 11 Point Fire and Rescue.
Nice.
And it's two bands, ourselves and the Mojo Kings, which are also from West Plains area. We started
$60,000 worth of fireworks fixing to be shot off.
That's going to be fun.
Yes.
totally family friendly. Bring your kids out. It's a little bit of drive from the Salem-Rolla area,
Yeah.
but
Well, you know, I'm
well
really,
worth it.
I'm really glad that you guys are here, because we've had bands that have come in here from St. Louis and Columbia and Lebanon, different places like that. But West Plains is a completely new area for us, and so we're really glad that you came, because we know there have got to be more.
Oh, yeah.
More
Yeah, there
bands
is.
and more musicians
There
out
is.
there. So you're our introduction to West Plains.
Sounds
and
great.
we
And
really
you guys are our
appreciate
intro
it.
to Rolla.
Well,
Definitely.
good.
Hopefully we can go further north than this.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
All right. Well,
And Southern Edge coming to a town near you, because we're playing all over.
There you go.
I like that.
Put that plug in there. That's why she manages this, you see?
we need you guys to do a liner for us, and we'll work that up here in just a minute
Okay.
after a couple of tunes right now. But it's so good to have you guys in the
Good to
basement.
be here, and thank you guys. We really, really appreciate it. We
All
really
right.
do.
Right now, it's Bootsy's Band of the Week, and I'm going to let Bootsy take over the microphone. She's got the golden microphone over. No, it's a silver microphone.
Yes, it's a silver microphone.
Yeah, and she's going to tell you all about her bands of the week right now.
Okay, well, like I said at the beginning of the show, this is a show we've had a great musical weekend. We have done Friday night. We played at the winery with our friends Matt and Claire from St. Louis and Miss Audrey Schumann, who's the daughter of Joan Schumann, who is one of the professors at the university where I produce classes. She did a great job.
That was for Wine Down
Friday
at the Merrimack Winery.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And then yesterday we had a big party jam for our Aries girls. We get together once a year because we're all Aries. And we saluted a good friend of ours, Arlen Jones, who recently passed away because it was his birthday yesterday.
His birthday on Flag Day every year.
Every
I always
year.
remembered AJ's birthday because it was on Flag Day every year. Yeah.
And when we have parties, we have music. So we played outside on the front porch then. And then today we got to go to somewhere else for the free buffet. And that was great. I have to tell this story about it. We walked in there and Andrew said, "Who are y'all going to have on the show tonight?" And I said, "Southern Edge." And he goes, "Are they here?" And we went, "Well, no." And then all of a sudden Gene goes, "Yeah, we're here. We're right here." They were sitting right behind us.
behind
And
us.
we didn't
even know it.
Didn't even know it. So we got to meet them earlier. So we had music there. And what better way to end it up than having music here? So we got home a little bit late. And I didn't spend as much time as I usually do putting all the stuff together. So I just grabbed all the stuff that I really like, stuff that we played before. And
except this one.
Except for this one, because every week when I do Bootsy's Bands of the Week, I have two. The first one, I'm going through the 50 states alphabetically. And I'm to Louisiana this week. So I go to Reverb Nation and I go to like the very last page. And I find a band and I just start listening. And my band from Louisiana, who happens to be from New Orleans, this week is called, I love this name, Ron Hotstream and the Mid-City Drifters. And they're going to do a song that I know everybody can relate to called Walmart Country.
That sounds scary.
It is. Walmart is always scary. And from the vault, I picked a band called Where's the Chief. They were here. We first met Where's the Chief in, was it 2012?
Yeah.
And we had them here on the show, and they were also in the Battle of the Bands this year. And that year. You met Matt today at Somewhere Else, and he was lead guitar and lead singer for Where's the Chief. So I pulled them out of the vault, and they're going to do a song called Hope You Had Fun. So Bootsy's Bands of the Week. From Louisiana, we have Ron Hotstream and the Mid-City Drifters doing Walmart Country. And from the vault, we've got Where's the Chief doing Hope You Had Fun out of St. Louis.
Walmart Country sucks. It's really, really bad. I know they're making money, but it makes me kind of sad. You hear it on the radio and in the cheesy bars. They sing about America with Chinese-made guitars. Well, Walmart Country's catchy, but so's an STD. Sounds more like Southern pop, and that don't work for me. If Hank the First could hear this shit, he'd really throw his stack. I'm sure those crooks would say the same as would the man in black. Walmart Country, manufactured twang that fits on the bow. Walmart Country takes more than big accents, rebel flags, pickup trucks, Marshall stacks, Chesney hats, and plastic racks. Ooh, my soul, ooh, my soul. Country's new, well that don't mean improved. That's what Nashville's coming to. I guess it's time to move. Those Daisy Dukes are cute, but your music makes me puke. I still look home my picture rack, but your song still sounds like crap. Walmart Country, factor twang that fits a mold. Walmart country takes for them big accents, rebel flags, pickup trucks, Marshall stacks, Disney hats, and plastic racks. Move my soul, move my soul. Manufactured twang that fits a mold. Walmart country takes for them big accents, rebel flags, pickup trucks, Marshall stacks, Disney hats, and plastic racks. Ooh, my soul, ooh, my soul. All right, Walmart country there.
Well, I've been known to be found down and out, and I've been called for good, without a doubt. But that don't mean I don't remember where I'm from, 'cause I've been here, well, all day long. Well, it's been said that I am a liar, but I can assure you that it's not true. Well, I've never lied a day in my life, and if you believe me, well, that's on you. But every now and again, I feel you sneaking on in. But you won't break me, no, and you won't shake me, rearrange me till I'm saying now that you won't face me. I just keep on walking on a step and something, and down my hands, my gut was lynching. Now we're talking, but you just had to keep on and 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 pushing me. And wow, look at all the good it's done, 'cause now I'm gone for good. I hope you had fun. Well, yes, I've heard that sometimes the words have two meanings, and I have read that true love is dead. But you just can't believe everything that you read. Now sometimes you just gotta use your head instead. But still every now and again, I feel you sticking out in. But you won't break me now, and you won't shake me, rearrange me till I'm saying now that she won't face me. I just keep on walking and a step is something, but down my hands like I'm a selection. Now we're talking, but you just had to keep on, keep on and keep on and keep on and keep on pushing me. And wow, look at all the good it's done, 'cause now I'm gone for good. I hope you had fun. Oh, you won't break me, you won't shake me, rearrange me till I'm saying no that she won't face me. I'll just keep on walking on, I'll step and something. The time I hit my number switching, now we're talking, but you just
Spreaker's crowd. Where's the chief? You guys have been wonderful.
All over the place.
I can see a video.
Excuse me, we're live on the air now. Can we move right along?
You got it.
I surprised you.
That was Where's the Chief out of St. Louis doing a Hope You Had Fun. Did you have fun, Bootsy?
I have had fun all weekend. This has been an awesome music weekend.
It has been. We've had a fantastic time.
And I would have never believed from the first time that we saw Matt Dempsey sitting across this table from us with his long down to his shoulders hair.
Yep.
That I would see him riding the tractor across our property.
Brush hogging.
Yes, brush hogging with really, really short hair.
This morning he says, "What's brush hogging?" I said, "Here, come on out here, son. I'll show you."
Now he wants to come and do it again.
That's good stuff. And before that, it was what? Ron Hotstream and the Mid-City Drifters doing a song called
Walmart Country. That's just such a cool song.
Yeah. We got birthdays right now. We want to wish everybody out there a happy birthday that's having a birthday this week. We have got a full list of birthdays coming up. Judy Ashbury has got a birthday. Timbo Midall, one of the best guitar players
and he's in
Raleigh.
Columbia now.
Is he
yes,
really?
He and Danny are in Columbia now. So
Well,
he's in his element.
Yes,
there are
he
lots
is.
of musicians there.
And he's a fantastic.
I'm sure Timbo will.
He'll shine.
He'll turn him up.
Oh, yeah, yeah. Murray Langdon, one of my old buddies from back when I was working Alpha Mag and Tolima Electronic. Murray was with the box company. Actually, he was with the trucking company, D&H. And one of the best guys you'll ever meet. I have to say, Murray, he would always, when he came to town, he would have to take us out for lunch. And it was sushi with extra wasabi. He put the wasabi on there so bad. You think he would be having a little bit of fish with his wasabi. He would light it up.
Too much of that
me.
stuff will choke you up.
That will hurt you. It'll clear your sinuses right away. That's for
yeah,
sure.
make you cry too.
Sasha Stratman, happy birthday. Allison Plummer, happy birthday. Vicky McCracken, happy birthday. Mark Leathers, my buddy Mark out of the Lions Club, very happy birthday. LaDonna Reinhart, Leanne Rose McLean, and then Tyler Vincent, our buddy Tyler. What a great upcoming rising vocalist.
Oh, yeah, and he's one of those people that he can make up lyrics like
on the fly.
Yeah, on the fly.
It's
amazing.
Just, when we play out, I forget lyrics, and I do a good David Lee Roth. I kind of real quick, and
Yeah.
nobody knows that I forgot the words, but there's something there.
Humana.
Yeah. Or sometimes I can, but Tyler Vincent, he can make up the lyrics right on the spot. So fast.
He
It's
made
just
up a
amazing.
little when he was here in the studio. Wasn't Levan here then too?
Yes, he was.
And Rick and Tyler Vincent made up this really cool little birthday rap. Just
it was really
like
good
right
too.
off the top of his head. It was pretty cool.
And then, of course, Joey Harris, happy birthday, a great guitar player. Charlie Mitchell, everybody knows Charlie here in town, and Jeff Stevens. And then Bootsy's got a couple of birthdays to announce, too.
I do. The first song that we heard was World on Fire by the guys from Buddy Green. One of those guys is Christopher Keene, and his lovely wife, Angela, is having a birthday this week.
Excellent. Happy birthday,
Happy birthday, Angela. Elizabeth Womack. Elizabeth is the wife of Mike Womack, who was played bass for the guys from Arkansas that came up that we played with.
Not Dead Teddy.
No, the guys from Arkansas that came up here in a limousine.
I remember that. I can't remember the name of the band.
I don't think they're together anymore, but they were really
They're
good.
not. Yeah.
But we keep up with Mike and Elizabeth.
Yeah.
Also, Jade Thielen. That's Amber Albright's daughter.
Happy birthday.
And we DJ'd for
their wedding
Jade
reception.
and Ryan's wedding reception. And Kim Wagner Bischoff from VFW.
Oh, Kim, happy birthday.
Kim. And this is a late birthday, but I forgot it last week, and I have to say something about it. Michael Veazey.
Michael.
Michael Veazey. And actually, I think I even dedicated a song to him last week without realizing that his birthday was last week.
Another great guitar player out there in Memphis, Tennessee. Yeah, good stuff. So, do you have a good birthday tune lined up, Bootsy?
I do.
Okay, and if we didn't mention your name and you're having a birthday this week, well, happy birthday to you too. Absolutely. I hope all you guys have a great birthday this week. Here you go.
Oh, say can't... Wait, no. I'm so sorry. I'm just so nervous. Too much TV, man. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, everybody. Happy birthday to you.
All right.
We have too much fun in here.
Happy birthday, you guys. Hey, that's Nick's Picks for the week, and I have got some great stuff lined up for you guys. One of the gals that I work with during my day job brought in a CD, and I was so impressed with it. I said, oh, my gosh, I got to put these guys on the show for Nick's Picks this week. This is Blackberry Smoke. These guys have got some fantastic music. If you haven't checked them out, they've got 4 CDs out right now, I should say albums, because I love to call them albums, you know. And they've got 4 albums, and all of their music is good. They're touring the whole world right now. They're in the United States right now. They're going to be in St. Louis coming up in September. And I know they're going to be playing at the park up in Columbia, Missouri, a little bit after that, maybe later September, early October. You don't want to miss these guys because they're rough-looking dudes. They're good-looking dudes at the same time. They play some great Southern rock music. You don't want to miss this. This is a couple of tunes off their Little Piece of Dixie album. It was released back in September of 2009. We're going to play for you tonight. Feel a Good One Coming On, and Up in Smoke. And that's not the Cheech and Chong Up in Smoke either, man. This is some good stuff. Blackberry Smoke. This is Nick's Picks for the week. If I had a stereo that went from 1 to 10 for this, I suggest you turn it up to 11. You're going to like it. Check this out.
Shiner, 99-cent butane lighter, Lucky Strikes and a 5th of Patron. Ice down that igloo cooler, tank of gas that ought to do her.
Oh, yeah, that's off the charts, man. That is. Nick's picks for the week, Blackberry Smoke. Those guys are cooking with Crisco, too. If you do get a chance to go out and see those guys, do not miss it. They are touring the world right now. They're in the United States right now. Like I say, they're going to be hitting St. Louis in September, early September, and they're going to end up in Columbia, Missouri for one show at the park. And I don't know the exact date. All you got to do is go to their website, check them out, and find out what's going on. They got tickets on sale and everything right there. Great stuff right there, Blackberry Smoke. I was sitting around with Keith Richards the other day from the Rolling Stones, and I asked Keith about the first time he met Buddy Guy, you know, the great blues guitar player. And this is what he had to say.
I met Buddy Guy in Chicago way back. I'm not sure, late 70s, early 70s or late 60s the first time. But I met him at one of the clubs, Smitty's, down on the south side. Muddy was playing. Buddy was there too. That was the first time I'd seen him live. But I'd already known, obviously, about him for a long time. He's a great guy. He's still going, man.
Well, that's what Keith had to say about Buddy. You know, but Buddy has a little bit something different to say about Keith, you know, because Buddy, you know, Keith, he kind of promised Buddy a guitar for a long time. And so this is what Buddy had to say about Keith Richards.
Well, you know, I've been asking him for that guitar for 40 years. So I said to him that night, I said, if you don't give me my guitar tonight, I'm just going to take one off the stage and go with it. And every time I would say something to him, he said, well, my manager didn't send you the guitar. And his manager looking at me out of the corner of his eye like that. But he gave it to me, and I still got it. My club in Chicago is like a museum. I got a guitar from everybody that I know, including some of the jazz guys.
And that's what Buddy had to say about Keith Richards. And he got his guitar, though, you know. I think we've got a video at home about the one of the Rolling Stones DVD videos, where Keith Richards actually gives Buddy Guy another guitar on stage later on, you know. And so I guess he's got two Keith Richards guitars now, but that's pretty cool. I love stuff like that. Next week we don't have anybody lined up to interview next week, so it's going to be pure music here in the basement. We're going to have some great stuff lined up for you. Bootsy always has it. We've been getting some good stuff in from all around the world, from independent musicians and independent bands, and they're going to rock your world. Mm-hmm. There's no doubt about it. Right here in the basement with Nick and Bootsy. The last couple sets we have is no exception. We have got Don't Mind Dying from out of Columbia, Missouri, a great rock and blues band doing a song called Bullet. Then Dr. Moozer out of Salem, Missouri, doing a song called Waverly, Waverly. And then Driving Wheel out of Columbia, Missouri again, doing a song called Full Grown. This is some good stuff, people. Sit back, relax on this Father's Day afternoon. Hope you guys are having a great time in the backyard, having a good time listening to the Basement Tapes. Check it out. Here we go.
This is Ken,
Derek, and Mike
with Dead Teddy, and you're listening to the Basement Tapes
Show with Nick and Bootsy.
Waverly, Waverly, is that the way you feel? Waverly, Waverly, what the hell's the deal? Waverly, Waverly, what the hell does that mean? Come on, girl, tell me before we jump on the scene. Don't get mad because I stole your car. Just be glad because it's sitting up at Walmart. Waverly, Waverly, is that the way you feel? Waverly, Waverly, what the hell is it? Please let me be. And by the way, hey, what the hell is Waverly? Waverly, Waverly, is that the way you feel? Waverly, Waverly, tell me what the deal.
Hey, I'm David Center. You're listening to Nick and Bootsy on the Basement Tape Show at KKID 92.9. 92.9.
Rocking the kid and all of us.
Right. Thank you.
no pain tonight. Well, I'll drink whiskey. And I'm not one for casting stones. You keep on talking that jive, you gon' find that I'm full grown. I'm a full grown man. Respect, you ain't earned it, and you ain't gonna find it here. You play with fire, I'm gonna burn it. So let me make this crystal clear. I'm a man, and I'm not one for casting stones. No, no. Talking that jive, you gon' find that I'm full grown. You keep on talking that jive, you gon' find that I'm full grown. You keep on talking that jive, you gon' find I'm full grown.
Right out of Columbia, Missouri. That's Driving Wheel, doing Full Grown. I love that song. Before that, Dr. Moozer out of Salem, doing Waverly, Waverly. And then before that, we started out with Don't Mind Dying, doing a song called Bullet. Good stuff right here in the basement with Nick and Bootsy. We got a couple more tunes lined up for you guys tonight. It's been a great, fantastic Father's Day weekend. The music has just flown all over the place for Nick and Bootsy this week. We've had a great time, and we've really had a great time having Gene and Don in here from Southern Edge, from all the way up from West Plains, Missouri. We really appreciate you guys coming up, man.
Thank you. We appreciate you guys having us.
Love the music. Love it. Yeah. This last set, Bootsy, do you have anything?
I have lots of things. Which one do you want?
Go right ahead. I can't wait. Give it all to me, man.
No, I just want to say Happy Father's Day to all the fathers out there, and take your dad to a live show.
There you go.
You know, really, I mean, take your dad to a live show. You just never know how that can bond you with your dad.
I love that idea. Because sometimes dads, they think, well, all that music sounds the same.
Hey, I have speaking of sons and dads, I want to give a special shout out to Cody and Rob Wood.
Excellent
Cody
idea.
Wood, yes, Cody Wood is a excellent bass player here in town. Plays with a couple of bands. He's actually been a co-host with me when Nick was under the weather, and his dad Rob is such a great supporter of Cody and what he does. And there is this really neat picture of Rob and Cody on Facebook today that I saw where Rob is helping Cody with some cables or
special effects.
Effects.
It looked like Cody was on stage playing, and something went wrong with his special effects, and his dad jumps up there and says, "Let me help fix it, son."
But I think music is so great, and for a father and son to be close together like that, and Dad Rob supporting Cody like he does. Well, moms do it too, but I just think that's really cool. So take your dad to a live show, and if you are a dad, go to a live show with your son or your daughter.
Super cool. That's what I call that. All right. This last set we got lined up for you guys is it's going to start out with Rattlin Bone. This is a band out of the UK. We got sent this across the pond. And these guys are going to rock it.
Wiley Bo.
Doing a little song for you called Little Gina. And then the Mojo Roots Band doing a song called What Kind of Fool from out of Columbia, Missouri. And we're going to wrap it up with a little Nick Thomas. This is the song that I wrote not too long ago called The Backyard Barbecue Blues. I added a little bit of special effects. So like I say, you got to consider... when you're in the backyard barbecuing, the kids are running around screaming all over the place. And the folks are sitting around drinking, and they just ain't doing nothing to calm the kids down. You just got to get away for a while and let the burgers burn on the grill. So it's the Backyard Barbecue Blues by Nick Thomas. Again, have a great Father's Day.
Wow, little Gina
Hey, this is Bill.
And Mike.
And Scott.
We're Strange Fellas, and you're listening to The Basement Tapes with Nick and Bootsy.
Last night, said you needed to get some flour, but you didn't come home with no groceries, and you were gone to whole hour. I ain't no fool, baby. I know you got another lover, and he ain't giving you flour. He giving you sugar. What kind of fool? What kind of fool do you take me for? I know you're cheating on me, baby, and you think I'm too dumb to know. I got the backyard barbecue blues. I done cooked everything but my shoes. Got burgers on the grill, they ain't done yet, but there'll be crispy critters in a minute, you can bet. In the backyard, it's like the zoo. I got the backyard barbecue blues. The kids is running around like a monkeys. The folks is drinking, sitting around like junkies. The weather is turning from sunshine to rain, and you know I only got myself to blame. Got the backyard barbecue blues. At this point, I got nothing to lose. But my shoes. I got burgers on the grill, they ain't done yet, but they'll be crispy critters in a minute, you can't bet. In the backyard, like the zoo. I got the backyard barbecue blues. In the backyard, it's like the zoo. I got the backyard barbecue blues. In the backyard, it's like the zoo. I got the backyard barbecue blues.
K-Kid 92.9 FM. The Basement Tape Show with Bootsy and Nick on the radio. Sunday nights is the place to be. Sitting in the basement with Nick and Bootsy. They're playing tunes from all the local bands. A lot of great music from here in America's heartland. Now Bootsy, she plays a left-hand bass. She plays it with a lot of finesse and grace. Nick, he plays a mean guitar. The blues sound good coming out of his amplifier. the tunes, the live interviews, spontaneous, awesome stuff. So on Sunday night, let's all do it right. K-Kid, we are there.